Hi, I'm Mary Jador Blakeney, and I'm an editor. I'm new here. This is my second video, so I'd like to introduce myself and the channel. And I would love it if you'd introduce yourself too. I'm a survivor of domestic abuse. And because of my injuries, there are things that most people do every day and don't even think about that I simply can't do. That can create challenges to earning a living, especially when it's in someone else's space and on someone else's schedule. Well, you know that old saying, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade? I decided to make my own job. Don't worry, it's not juggling. Line editing and proofreading. It's something I can do from home on a flexible schedule and something I really enjoy. And I've started this channel, of course, so I can meet you. In the next few minutes, I'll give you a tour of the channel and let you know what you can expect to see here. And then we'll talk a little about the editing. I started out with a vague notion that I might be able to use YouTube in some way to help market my editing business. But I didn't know exactly how or even if that would work. So I just let that question float, and for a few weeks, I did my chores with YouTube playing in the background. That's how I came across a YouTuber named Sciman Dan. I liked his work, so I watched a lot of Flat Earth debunks by him, Dave McKeegan, MC Toon, and others. You can find links to all their channels in the description. I thought they were very entertaining, but I didn't really see anything more to it than that. That is, until I watched this.
Sciman Dan channel was born. And it was born because I watched a video from Cosmic Skeptic, who is now Alex O'Connor, where he was responding to a Flat Earth video. I couldn't believe that these people existed. Just like many of you, when you probably first found out about Flat Earthers, you could not believe they existed. But as we know, exist they do. And it got me thinking on what I wanted to do with the channel. And it was to combat these sorts of videos from a scientific perspective. So I made about 7 or 8 scripts, chose the videos, made the scripts. I didn't really do anything with that for a while, until I finally made my first video, which I think I published either very late 2017 or early 2018. And it was on the Flat Earther D Marble, and he was talking about gravity, and that is when the entire channel started. Now obviously I couldn't call myself a YouTuber yet. I'd only made one video, and I distinctly remember looking at the analytics of that video, realising there was one view, and that one view was actually me who watched the video when it first came out. And of course at the time I was still busy with my tuition business. I had about 7 or 8 tutors working for me and a variety of students. It was going really well. But I continue making a video a week, one video a week every Friday. Flat Earth Friday as it still remains. And the channel ticked along quite nicely. It was getting hundreds of views, which was good. I thought it was good anyway. And after about 4 or 5 months, I was on a couple of thousand views per video.
And it got me thinking that I could start my own channel. But instead of debunking flat earthers, I would debunk sovereign citizens.
I'd like to state some things for the record. Thank you, Judge. Judge John Hurley, I do accept your oath of office here today for the record, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Does
sir.
this court take judicial notice of your oath, sir? With all due respect.
Let me see. I take judicial notice of my own oath. Yes, sir, I do.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, today I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
Okay. Could you get Mr. Hall for me then, sir? Where is he?
I go by that name, sir. My name sounds exactly like the defendant's, and I'm here to settle that matter today.
So are you and David Hall one and the same person?
I'm not a person, I'm an individual. David Hall is a person.
Okay.
I am
Are
the agent
you
to
and
that
David
name.
Hall one and the same individual?
I go by the name David Hall, sir, and I'm
Okay.
here about that matter today.
Okay, so you go by the name David Hall. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. the person who goes by the name of David Hall who's standing in front
I'm the individual. I am an individual, not a person.
You're not a
Yes,
person.
sir. David Hall is a person. I am a private individual. David Hall is a person under color of law, sir.
Okay, where's David Hall then? The person David Hall.
He exists on paper, sir. David Hall is a corporation.
Now, to be clear, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not even going to play one on TV. My videos will be all about language and logic. I ran it by my advisor, and as you can see, he couldn't wait to start creating. Okay, time for the tour. On the channel, we have 4 playlists. First, there's Let's Get Acquainted. This video is in here, of course. Maybe this is where you found it. Come here if you want to get to know me. It's the place for crazy true stories I experienced firsthand, cool new things I get to experience now, and the occasional post that's just for fun. Then there's The Basics, Language and Logic. You can see my first video here. This is where I sort of lay the foundation for the Sovereign Citizen debunking videos. I go over spelling, grammar, punctuation, things like that, and I do some deep dives on vocabulary words. My first video is a deep dive on the word research, and there's one in the pipeline about authority. The next playlist is An Editor Looks at Pop Law, and that's where I'll debunk the claims of sovereign citizens. I'll probably analyze other pop law videos too, because when lawyers decide to turn themselves into media personalities, that can lead to some funny results. Finally, there's the Portfolio playlist, where I share some of the projects I've had the opportunity to contribute to as an editor. And it's really the editing that's the foundation for all this. I provide line editing and proofreading services. I work with writers, content creators, students, and business people. I edit both American English and British English, and I can convert from one to the other. Or if you're not a native English speaker, I can make your work read as though you are. If you're interested, go to my website and fill out the quote form. I'll leave a link in the description. I learned a few things from the difficult experiences of my past. Resilience, endurance, resourcefulness, patience. So, in a way, even though I didn't know it, I was investing in this business during some of the darkest times of my life. And while, of course, what happened to me wasn't okay, I'm happy to have these skills, which I can now use for something positive. For those of you who are wondering how you can support me, there are 3 ways. Of course, there's the editing, if you need editing. And even if you don't, you can still visit my website. And thirdly, you can like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please, only do that if you honestly click with my personality and think you're going to enjoy my videos. I don't need to be spamming your feed just because you're a nice person. So right now, it's time to pause the video, go to the comments, and tell me about yourself. If you're a creator here, let me know so I can check out your channel. If you're disabled or overcoming other challenges, let me know that too. Or just say hi and share a little something about your life. Thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to meeting you in the comments, and I hope you'll join me again next time so I can show you a novel that I really enjoyed working on.